Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Early Times Kentucky whiskey, aged 3 years in used barrels, 80 proof. Introduced in 1860, not the original recipe. Versus Jim Beam Choice, also 80 proof, aged 5 years in never before used charred oak barrels, and also charcoal filtered, introduced in 1957 as Beam's Choice and discontinued in 2017. So this is one of those for what it's worth taste challenges. You may find this Jim Beam Choice lingering around on some isolated store shelves, perhaps. Now, the price is not the same. On some, had to adjust something there. Okay. Early Times, about $8.99 a bottle on sale, and it's often on sale. Jim Beam Choice, $14.99 a bottle. Not often on sale and not often seen, obscure these days. It was very common 20, 30, 40 years ago. All right, what do I predict? I think I will be able to tell them apart because I think the Jim Beam Choice will be richer, more distinct. It'll have that mossiness, you know, that green wood, plus with the charcoal filter, it seems to bring something out in it. The appearance, the same, golden amber, alcohol eggs. If you look back at old magazine advertisements from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, maybe even into the 80s, Jim Beam Choice was oftentimes sold as a gift item for Christmas time, New Year's, okay? Came in a nice gift box. They also sold it in specialty bottles. Specialty bottles with reproduction artwork from famous artists. Collectible bottles with odd shapes, even ceramic looking bottles. And there may be people that collect various bottles of this. Each year was a different bottle design with a different artwork on it. So it could be some collectability for that. But for some reason that died out and they just became another Jim Beam variant. And I noticed earlier this year it was dropped from the website. They don't even mention it. And I'm gonna have to do some research about these green bottle whiskeys to see if there's any kind of deal with that, because they are all the ones, hold on a second. No, I shouldn't have put that Dave's Insanity sauce on that chicken salad sandwich I had for breakfast. The heat doesn't really bother me. It just makes my nose run like a faucet, that Dave's Insanity sauce. I'm trying to use it up. It's just, all right, enough of that. But there's something about these green label whiskeys, which they don't even talk about on the website. Evan Williams, I got a bottle of that, green label, charcoal filtered, unlike the regular Evan Williams. Not mentioned on the website. Jack Daniel's green label, not showcased on the website, barely mentioned, just in passing in the frequently asked questions. And there may be other brands that have the green label. I'm going to try to research that. Well, the aroma's not the same here. Nope. This one is sweeter, more candy, and maybe richer in the aroma. They're both woody, but this one may be more so. So far, I have no clue, really. They both smell nice. But you got to remember, we're talking about a $5 per bottle difference. And if they're even, regardless if I can tell them apart, if they're even, you know which is the better value. At least in theory, since you can't get the choice anyway. Okay, the one on the left just tastes like standard American whiskey. And if you've drank enough, and I have now, by now, drunk enough, then you kind of know what that's like. Next. Yes, but this one has more greenwood, more mossiness, more charred wood action. And it tastes a little more refined, 5 years as opposed to 3 years in the barrel. New barrel, used barrel. Both have a medium body and a not too drawn out cloying finish or anything like that. They're both obviously made by master distillers. Okay, Brown-Forman, one of the world's great distilling companies. Beam Suntory, the Japanese side, the Jim Beam side in America, the same thing, one of the master distilling companies of the planet. So we're not going to complain about that. You're looking for quality, consistency. These are two companies to always reach for, and you're not going to be disappointed. I'm going to call it, though. I'm trying to finish before the top of the hour because I want to watch the morning news. I was reading the sports page, and it was so thick this morning with high school football now and Major League Baseball and college football. I think this is early times. I got it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. And I think this is Jim Beam choice. Obviously, it is. It's the only other option. So the lesson of today: all commonly priced whiskeys are not the same, are not equal. And it is worth paying the $5 occasionally. We have 2 viewers because you're getting a better quality product. Charcoal filtering, it makes a difference. Why? I don't know. It's something about taking out impurities, cleaning it up. It made a difference in that Schlitz Gold Bull. I found that the Old English malt liquor back in the 1990s was different when it was charcoal filtered. It makes a difference with this Jim Beam choice. It gives Jack Daniels, their whiskeys, a distinctive flavor, although they don't charcoal filter it. They say they charcoal mellow it. Same thing. Okay. Makes a difference with the Jim Beam choice, like my friend David Garlapede in Jefferson Parish said. He said to me, he didn't really care for Jim Beam. I do, but he doesn't. But he said the choice, to him, Jim Beam choice was a different world. That's just what he said. Okay. They're both fine, of course, and I would buy both. But there's no doubt. There's no question. There's no debate. This 3-year age, early times, in a used barrel cannot hold up against the 5-year aged Jim Beam choice and the never before used charred oak barrels and then charcoal filtered after the barreling. Now they claim, Jim Beam claimed that made a difference, made it better than other charcoal, and you know who they were throwing that to, because Jack Daniels was charcoal mellowed before being aged in the barrel. And Jim Beam choice always says ours is better because it's charcoal filtered after the barrel aging. They may be onto something there because this one does seem to be a little richer and have more positive attributes than either the Jack Daniels or the Jack Daniels Green Label. But, you know, it's not a great difference. But when you're talking $14.99 for a bottle of Jim Beam choice versus $22, $23, $24.99 for Jack Daniels, I think we can see what is by far the clear value leader. All right, thanks for watching this video production. And the next one is going to be, the plan is early times versus Jack Daniels Old No. 7.